morning, all. Welcome to today's episode of Afro Scientific Spirituality. Today, we are going to do a book review on a certain grimoire titled The Seven Books of Moses. This book is a magical text called a grimoire. For new people that are coming into this path called spirituality, the journey into spirituality, we have a kind of book we call a grimoire. A grimoire is a textbook of magic. This is a book that contains spells, formulas, recipes, and general write-up of explanations or entries of experiments that have been conducted by a previous soothsayer that have been tested and tried. So these sort of books we call grimoires. For people that are already in the path of magic, they already know this term. But if you are new, you will need to know what a grimoire is. Okay? So in this channel, we are going to be reviewing grimoires, books of magic, books of spirit from time to time. We'll be talking about them, talking about the benefits, talking about their usefulness, and just generally discussing topics of interest. So today, I want us to discuss this book that is called The Seven Books of Moses. Actually, the full name of this text is the Magical Kabbalah of the 6 and 7 Book of Moses. This book is a very interesting book. I picked this book because of an incident that happened 2 weeks ago, whereby somebody threatened me with this book. And I also have some past experience with this book as well. This is a book that I believe my first time was hearing this name, the 7th Book of Moses, was when I was like 8 years in Nigeria. This is a book that was popularized by the Catholic Church in Nigeria, where they say that it's a very powerful magic book, that whosoever reads the book, if they cannot do what the book asks them to do, they will go mad. And they blame the madness or insanity of so many mentally unstable, unbalanced people in the society on this book. When they see somebody going insane, they will say that they have read the 7th Book of Moses, that's why they went mad. So for a very long time, when I was growing up, that fear of this book have been inculcated into me and so many people in Nigeria. I don't know about other countries, but I know about my own country. That once you mention this 7th Book of Moses in public, everybody gets scared because the church religion in Nigeria have popularized this book to be like the most powerful book of the devil. That is a very powerful, strong, magical book that only very high-ranking soothsayers or master magicians can be able to read and perform the workings from this book. So many people, even up to this day, as we are speaking now, they are very scared of the 7th Book of Moses. If you mention 7th Book of Moses, people run away. They have been led to believe that the book is very evil, very powerful, very demonic, and it's not a book to be trifled with. And sadly so many people still believe in this very story about this book. So today, we are going to review this 7th Book of Moses and trace the origin. Actually, it's 6 and 7 books. Let's go back to the Bible time. According to the Bible, there was a man called Moses that they said that he freed the Israelites from the bondage of the ancient Egyptians, which never happened. There was a story in the Christian Bible that is a very big lie, that these Jews were held as slaves in the Bible, that they were maltreated, abused, and tortured, and all sorts of evil things were done to them by the Egyptians until God was able to raise this hero called Moses that freed them from the terrible hands of the Egyptians. This is a story in the Bible. And we have checked history and found that this never happened. The Jews were never slaves in Egypt. It was all lies. It got to the extent that this Moses was a very powerful man of God, that he parted the Red Sea for the Jews to cross over. And then when the Egyptians tried to pass through the Red Sea, it was closed. And that is how the Egyptians were destroyed. This is the story. And during the lifetime of this Moses, the 5 books were attributed to him from the Bible, which he never wrote in his lifetime. The 5 books of Moses, I'm going to mention them, which are Genesis, the book of the beginning. This Moses wrote Genesis, okay? And the word was already existing for a very long time. Then Moses came along, I don't know when, maybe about 2,000 years ago, or maybe 4,000 years ago, and he wrote Genesis, the book of beginning. He wrote Leviticus, he wrote Numbers, he wrote Deuteronomy, 5 books. These 5 books were translated from the Jewish Torah, the book of the law of Moses, of the Jewish people. They were copied, translated from the Torah into the New English Bible. And the original names of these 5 books are Bereshit, number 1, which is Genesis, Shemot, which is Exodus, Vayakra, Leviticus, Bimidbar, Numbers, and Devarim, Deuteronomy, respectively. So these are the original 5 books of Moses that you can find in the Old Testament Christian Bible. So this 6th and 7th book of Moses, that is the bone of contention in this video today. Where did it come from? By the way, the Torah, the oldest copy of the Torah, or the oldest written form of this Torah, was traced to 1008 CE. That is after the death of Jesus Christ. That was when this Torah was written. The Torah was written 1,000 years after the death of Jesus Christ. 1,008 years. And this recent Bible was copied from the Torah. Okay? So, the 6th and 7th book of Moses was written in 1849 in Germany by a man called Johann Schnabel, a German guy, Johann Schnabel, in 1849, wrote this 6th and 7th book of Moses. So, this 6th and 7th book of Moses is not originally written by the first set of people that wrote the 5 books of Moses. It is a different person that wrote this one. And the difference between this book and the first 5 books of Moses is that it contains spells, magical formulas for practicing Kabbalistic magic of the Jewish people. So that is the main difference. Why the first 5 books was a story or narration of the exploits, captivity, or history of the Jewish people. This 6th and 7th book is focused mainly on how to do spells in Jewish Kabbalistic spirituality. So, in fact, this book is a grimoire. It is a magical textbook. So, We have to look at it that way. So this book is designed for people that want to do things in to affect change in the physical world. Going through this book, you will see series of spells that have been written in Hebrew that people can draw and recite the incantations in Hebrew language with the hope or with the aim of getting the effects of those spells done. So let's review the grimoire. In my comparison of this very book with those other grimoires that I have come across with, and I have read so many grimoires, in comparison, I have to say that this grimoire that people have been saying that is the most powerful grimoire in Nigeria, the most scariest grimoire, in my own opinion, it is the worst grimoire that I have read, that I have come in contact with since my journey into the research of spiritual materials and writing. I call it the worst grimoire and in some way the weakest grimoire because it is just like the Bible to me. I see not much difference between this very book and the Bible. And the deities in this grimoire are the same deities, the angels, the spirits that you're going to call to affect the changes in your life or in your environment, are the same deities that can be found in mainstream Christianity. So, in my own opinion, this is a magic book for Christians. So why are Christians condemning this book that is an evil book? This is what I don't know. Because the same angels, archangels, saints that are in the mainstream Catholic pantheon that they pray to every day, it is the same spirits that are contained in this very book. So I'm surprised of what is the difference between this book and their Bible. I don't really see any difference there. What I will see is that this book actually brings you much more in contact with the deities than the Bible in a way, because they have like practical steps for trying to engage in some metaphysical practices to make the manifestation of what you want to manifest quicker. Apart from that, this is an extension of the Bible. So it is not that scary book that will make somebody go mad if you read them and you didn't pay any particular attention to what they say in the book. So what I believe that people have been saying ever since is a misconception. It is like a campaign of fear that the church was trying to impose on its members to scare them away from magic. There is nothing actually to be scared about in this book. And by the way, the book is free to download on the internet. You don't need to buy it. Just type in the 6th and 7th book of Moses on Google. Within the first 5 search lines, you can download a free PDF, which I have now on my laptop, and I am reviewing the book from there. So you don't need to spend money to buy the book. It is free to download on the internet, so you can actually download this book and check it out yourself. My comparison of this book and other grimoires, I was not impressed by the book because I have read at least more than 40 grimoires to be modest. And I have seen so many kind of descriptions of deities. I have read the Lesser Keys of Solomon. I have read the Goetia, and I have read the Necronomicon. I have read so many others I don't want to mention here publicly, but I have them on my computer. Out of all the grimoires I have read so far, this 7th book of Moses, this 6th and 7th book of Moses that they are using to scare the public is the weakest ones. I have to say that. And another, I am not impressed. The magic in this grimoire, by the way, is quite cumbersome. Some of the materials you might have to get, you may not be able to find in this current dispensation. Some of the spells need to be written on parchment skins of lamb and goat. I don't know where you can find those kind of parchments to buy in this modern day 2021. Some materials that are very, very difficult to get are what you need for this spell. There have been modern grimoires this day that have evolved with the time that you can actually go through and you will get proven scientific formulas that you can use to effect change that will not put you through so much stress and difficulty the way this book is going to put you to that extent of stress and difficulty to achieve. So in my own opinion, this book is totally outdated and old school. Maybe they need to rewrite this book to upgrade and update some of the formulas in the book to adapt to modern times. Because as the book as it is now in this very current form can be said to be almost impracticable as it is for most practitioners. People that have used this book in the past that have been popular with in Nigeria are the white garment churches. Those people that wear white garments and practice metaphysics and claim that they are Christians. Those are the people that make use of these books in Nigeria. And I also noticed that many African spiritualists also make use of this book in a way. These are people that claim to be practicing traditional African spirituality, but when you get to their shrine, you see them praying with the Bible. They have Bibles in their shrine. They have the 7th book of Moses. They have rosary. That is what they use to work their magic. So in essence, these people, they are not actually practicing African spirituality. They are working directly with the icons, the Atolabra. They are working with the spirits of the, how would I say, the JCI religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, the Abrahamic religion, this deity that seek to imprison the world, to cut us off from our true source. This deity that is currently hiding our history, hiding our true knowledge, trying to make us blind and deaf, trying to use us as battery in this world. These are the deities that you still see in some of these African spirituality traditionalist shrine. So when you run from the church, you run from Islam, so I'm tired of this, I'm going back to my African spiritual tradition, I'm tired of giving money to the church, I'm tired of their lies. You run to African spirituality, and you are a novice. You think that all practitioners are the same. You run to the traditionalist, you will be surprised that the traditionalist is reading the Bible, he's using Psalms, he's using 7th book of Moses to walk. You have not really gone anywhere. You have just shifted from fry pan to fire. Because the deities we see that you are trying to run, they are going to use these traditionalists to cause pain and hardship in your life. They are going to use them to destroy your life, to defraud you, and to try to destroy you so that you will run back to the church and run back into their arms and you never leave again. So most new practitioners that have left the church trying to go into spirituality, they have encountered this false imposter, these fake spirits. There are so many out there. You will think they are practicing African spirituality. In fact, they are working for Yahweh and Jehovah. They are just pretending. When you run to them that you are thought you have escaped, you have not gone anywhere. So you have to be careful about where you are going, the kind of shrine or the kind of spiritual houses you are going. That is why you really need to study your history very, very carefully when you want to go into the spiritual path, so that you will know which is which, who is practicing the right thing. When you go to shrines, you see people mixing the Bible and then they are mixing African spirituality together. You should know that that is a red flag. You cannot mix both together. You must choose a side. And I have encountered this in my journey when I was starting early. After studying much about the left-hand path, and I discovered I knew nothing about African spirituality. I know nothing about my own spirituality. I wanted to study it. I went back to Nigeria. I got in touch with all these African spiritualists. What I saw was shocking to me. I saw that they were reading Bibles, using Bible to do spiritual work. And I saw so many things that they were doing that are not from African spirituality. By then, I never knew that they were actually working for the guy, the Jehovah guy that I was running away from. So I had a very bad experience with these practitioners. But I knew better now that I know that this is who they are, that they are fake people. They are not real practitioners. So I am bringing this knowledge forth in this video to let you people know that not everybody that claims to be practicing African spirituality are actually doing the right thing. So many of them are working for the Adola brand, his gangs of angels. These are the people you will find, the spirits you're going to find in this book. They are not interested in helping you achieve your ascension or apotheosis or reaching your spiritual goal of self-illumination by breaking away from that false light. They are there to jail you. The angels in this grimoire, you can go through all of them. They are not interested in making you achieve any kind of enlightenment. They are there to jail you. They are your jailers. You should know this. So these are the people that are contained in that book. The spirits that are there are basically your jailers to make you, to enslave you. When you are trying to break out, these ones will rather destroy you than let you go free. It is not their will for you to go free. Because the more people break out from their system, the more they become weaker. And that will eventually lead to their demise and their impotency. So they don't want people to break out of this false light system. So those are the spirits you're going to meet there. Except you want to work with them, you have choose to be under them, you can work with them. There are some practitioners that say that they are very skilled, that they can summon a demon. They call the real deities, they call them demons. And they have accepted, just like the way some white people say black people are Negroes and niggers. Okay, we have also accepted that as well. So what next? Who is down cannot fear any fall. So you claim that you are the ones working for the lights, you are the good guys. We claim we are the bad guys, but we are trying to do the best good we can on this planet. You that are the good guys are creating all the destruction. We will leave that for another day. So these deities you are going to find here, they are not ancestral deities, they are not infernal deities. They are celestial deities of the Adulabra, of the Acons, that don't want the spiritual evolution of humanity. That is the main disadvantage of this grimoire. So if you want to really ascend in your spirituality, this book is not for you. It is not for you. There are other grimoires out there that will connect you directly with the real deities that are there for your personal growth and interest. But if you want to go further with this, you want to stay in the right hand path, then this grimoire can be a very good grimoire for you. So this is my honest assessment of this 7 book of Moses. This is the book that over the years have been used to scare so many people. Even till now, many people still believe that it is a very powerful book, that there's no magic book stronger than this book. And that is a lie. There are much more books that are more powerful than this book. So I beg to differ. So the book is there. Then for new practitioners, there are a list of grimoires you can download to start your practice. I will recommend the Goetia, the Lesser Keys of Solomon and the Greater Keys of Solomon, the Necronomicon, and Voodoo Pathworking books. The other nice book as well. Also, you will need a book of shadows. A book of shadow is a journal whereby the practitioner enters spells, formulas, herbs, names of herbs, materials that have spiritual potency that they can be able to use in their practice. You need to have a book, a journal, or a notebook where you write these spells that you are going to practice. You write the list of them and you keep for your own record. We call those books of shadows. Later on, books of shadows become grimoires when they have been filled with compilation of spells by the practitioner. They're not turned into grimoires. So you might want to have a book of shadows where you'll be recording your spells and your formulas for the results of your experimentations as you progress. You might also want to have a dream journal. This is a separate book where you need to be recording your dreams as well, to go through them to find out what is going on in your dreams. So you will need 2 books, your book of shadows and a dream journal. Very, very necessary in this part. And once you start this journey and you have made up your mind to start this journey, my advice to you is that please don't stop. Don't go back. Because if you stop, it will be much more difficult for you. When you have been getting a certain level of awareness and you say, no, I'm tired of this part, I want to go back to my former life, the Archons, the Adulabra and his gang, they are going to make sure that they cripple you to the extent that you cannot be able to have that independence of mind to want to break out anymore. And the spirits you're already trying to work with, that are trying to reach out to you to free you from their grip, we consider you not worthy enough of coming on this path. This spiritual path is not for weak people. It is not for weaklings. It is not for people it's not for dabblers. Once you are in, you are in. You just have to open your mind and you just walk the walk. You become the path. It is not difficult here. It's not easy at the first time. But once you pass that initial stage, things will start working well for you, and you should not expect all your problems to go away because you are on the spiritual path. Problems will still come, but you will be in a better position to overcome them, armed with the new knowledge that you are going to be getting and using in this path. So it's a very interesting path. So please, once you start it, don't stop this journey. If you stop this journey and run back to the church, it will be more worse for you. They are going to put you in a situation whereby you cannot be able to live there anymore. So once you are on this path, just continue to the end. It will be much more rewarding that way. So that is what I have for you today. I hope that this information is well received. Questions and comments are welcome. Please like and share this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and bye.